Hello and welcome to Caroline's Library, where we dive into the world of manga, anime, and more. Today we are talking about Toilet-bound Hanako-Kun. This is a silly and entertaining story with its fair share of mystery and suspense, so let's get into it. At Kamome Academy, 7 school mysteries are rumored to exist, and some bold or desperate students will take it upon themselves to test out these rumors to see if they're true. Which is precisely how we meet Ishiro, a high school girl who really wants a boyfriend. And so she decides to seek out the 7th school mystery, Hanako, who is known for granting wishes to those who are successfully able to summon him. With that, Ishiro goes to his supposed location, and to her complete shock and awe, she discovers that the supernatural being actually exists. But her wish for love doesn't go quite as planned, and after an unfortunate series of events involving a mermaid matchmaker curse, Yashiro and Hanako end up bound together in a contract where she becomes his official assistant. And together they investigate supernatural issues like mischievous fairies, angry spirits, and mysterious and manipulative enemies. But the school also has an exorcist student or two who are prepared to remove all of the school's supernatural beings, including Hanako. This story captured my full attention by Chapter 8, with a mysterious main character, goofy and entertaining situations, and unique supernatural beings. Hanako, our leader of the 7 school mysteries, is a cheerful, playful, and mischievous guy who can pack a punch when needed. And at first, we only see this fun and protective persona as he and Yashiro get into tricky and dangerous predicaments, where Hanako is constantly saving her from near-death experiences. But as we get further into the story, we see a more complicated and serious side of our MC. There are also some hints and glimpses into his past that show just how mysterious this guy actually is. And fair warning, his backstory is a tearjerker. As for Yashiro, she is a sweet and somewhat naive girl who is a bit insecure and a hopeless romantic. But she is also uniquely open-minded as she befriends Hanako, who many would probably consider to be dangerous and unpredictable. She even goes so far as to protect him from an exorcist student who quickly judges him as a threat that needs to be eliminated. And this loyalty and kindness makes her an admirable and charming MC. And with this dynamic duo, it is no surprise that we get a will they, won't they, budding relationship between Hanako and Yashiro, which makes me so happy because he deserves all of the love and happiness. To wrap up our MCs, we've got Minamoto, a genuine and trusting guy who is surprisingly mature by choosing to reevaluate and change his opinions as we meet more and more supernatural beings, which leads to a super satisfying character arc. And these 3 MCs work together to investigate and solve spooky issues that pop up around the school, which leads to some silly and entertaining character interactions and situations that show off the creative side of this story. And of course, these investigations and issues introduce us to more characters, including some quirky supernatural beings with unique personalities and interests. On top of that, this story has an interesting take on supernatural powers, where the rumor associated with each supernatural being fuels the expectations of each one that they have to fulfill in order to remain a supernatural being. So at first glance, you might think that this manga series is basic and forgettable, with overused tropes like the high school setting. But this manga differentiates itself and stands out as a must-read manga with the intense backstories, unpredictable reveals, complex and mysterious characters, and unique takes on supernatural beings. So overall, Toilet-bound Hanako-Kun is an equally entertaining and fun series, as well as a mysterious and suspenseful story. Give it about 8 chapters to see if it's for you. Thanks for popping on to watch this review. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe for more content each week. And until next time, happy reading!